Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chris, the Batman statue collector, and I am joined by Eric B. How's it going, Eric?
Good. Hey, Chris. Hey, everybody.
I look so little next to
I know you do.
I'm like cowered in the corner here.
You gotta lower your camera.
That's right. I know. No kidding. Anyway, I just want to welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Eric and I were talking before the show, and I decided to lower my laptop lid, and it just completely screwed everything up. So he couldn't hear me, and so I had to restart my computer. But anyway, we are here. Hopefully, you guys can hear us just fine. And I want to thank everybody for waiting so patiently as we get going. So anyway, how are you doing tonight?
Good. It only made sense that would happen. We're doing a Mr. Freeze unboxing. So
I was going to say, and you know, this is the night where we're playing the ultimate drinking game, guys. So if you are joining us and you've had a long day at work, go grab yourself a beverage because you know damn well that I'm freezing at some point tonight in honor of Mr. Freeze coming back to the Batcave without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, absolutely. So go get your beverage. Mine's not very exciting. I got my big thing of ice water, but anyway, like I said, I hope everybody's doing great. I want to say hello to a few folks before we get started.
Okay.
Got Chris and Logan in the house. Congrats, Chris, getting this piece back. I would love Croc and Scarecrow. So I did get Croc back, and I got Scarecrow back, and I'm looking for Two-Face if I can find one. So if anybody's out there at a decent price, I'm hoping to be able to find one in the U.S., hopefully. We've got Batman Domination. I like that. We've got Matt T in the house. Hello to Matt. Org Cube 1 of 2. Way to keep the streak alive. Another fun night of unboxing. Yeah. So this is going to be three nights live. So we had last night, of course, Red Hood, which you can see right there temporarily. I just moved him down there for the show. I just filmed the review. And so we've got that. We got this one tonight. And then, of course, Rogues Gallery Live tomorrow night, 99. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Keeps getting better and better. I love to hear that.
Everybody take a drink. He's frozen. I don't know where he was at, but I'll try to catch up. We have Colton, Jonas Overman, Impulsive Collecting, Vane 21. Hey, guys. Rick Cruz is here. Matt T. I think we said hello to you. Is he back? Oh, there he is.
I'm frozen. That was really quick. And I froze before the show. I froze just right at the beginning of the show. So it's perfect, right? I tell you. So where were we at saying hi to people?
I don't know. I just jumped in halfway through. I don't know. I think we're up to.
Did you say? Did we get Vane 21, Rick Cruz?
Yeah, Vane 21.
Julia.
Yeah.
What did Julia say? She said, hey, Chris, I'm so happy to see these making your way back into your collection. I think they're some of the strongest pieces you've had. Hope Joker's next. Oh, man. See, that Joker was one of the last ones to go because he went down to Texas. So I don't know if I'll get that one back or not.
I agree. I'm glad you got this one back at least.
Yeah. And again, my thinking was, and if you guys have just joined this conversation, my thinking was I sold them because I thought, okay, I'm just going to collect comic book pieces. But then I came to the realization that I really just want every character at least in 1/3, villains wise. And I don't know if they're ever going to do a Killer Croc again. I don't know if they're ever going to do a Scarecrow again. I mean, hopefully they will. And at that point, I will have to make another choice. I'll have to say, because I'm not going to probably keep both. So if they do a comic book Croc, I'll have to see which one I like better. Same with Scarecrow, same with this Mr. Freeze. If they do a really great comic book Mr. Freeze, I might reconsider this one. But I wanted to at least have one in my collection that represented that character in 3rd scale. So that's why I'm getting some of these back. I'm not going full in. I know some of you have said, Chris, go full in. Some of you have said, Chris, you're an idiot. Don't go backwards. And so I'm kind of going in between. I'm kind of just getting the main pieces I liked, and primarily being Croc, Scarecrow, Two-Face, possibly, and Mr. Freeze, which I think are some of the best of the line.
Yeah. Is this the exclusive Mr. Freeze or the regular?
This is the exclusive, and I believe so whenever I sold it the first time, I don't know if you remember this, but my dome was broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say fingers crossed that your dome is not broken this time.
Right. But what I did is I super glued it, and because when I super glued it, it actually made it look frosted.
Yeah.
And it had like broken pieces, like holes in it and stuff. And I believe I still have that dome. So
you still have the extra one too?
No, that one went with the.
Okay, so you kept
the real one went with the collector, the box.
Okay.
So, I mean, technically now I should have a broken one still, and then this one if it's intact, hopefully.
There we go.
So we'll find out. But yeah, this is the Nora exclusive, which is I think is the only way I would have gone. I don't know if I would have got the regular just because I feel like the dome is what makes it. For me. So anyway, I'm not going to take up too much time, guys. If I didn't say hello to you, I do apologize, but I do. This is. Brad, yes, they do. I know that's very true. I feel guilty every time I do one of these because I know I'm taking up an hour away from my family. But they definitely understand. So anyway, I'm going to go and get started. I'm not going to take too long today saying hello to everybody because this is a bigger piece and it's going to take a little longer. It's also the damn heaviest piece I've ever had in my collection. Mr. Freeze, Dan and I talked about it last night. It's like a lead weight. It's the heaviest thing I've ever had in this entire collectible journey. I don't know why they made him so heavy. He really didn't need to be. It's crazy because like I was just lifting that red hood. That red hood is not heavy at all. Like it's super light compared to most of my premium formats. So it's really strange, but it's kind of nice too that it's not so heavy and so cumbersome. So anyway.
So there might be possibly a struggle getting him onto the base, is what you're saying.
That's very possible. We'll see. Anyway, Eric's been gracious tonight to hang out, and he'll kind of answer some questions as we go, or ask me some questions as we go. So
yeah, I'll monitor the chat for you if anybody has questions and shout them out to you.
Appreciate it. Let's get started.
All right.
I can't remember which one's which. I think this one might be the base, maybe. Love that pop.
It's so much easier when they put the straps, isn't it?
You know, I really truly feel like the strap should absolutely be standard these days.
It really should.
They are just so much nicer. Ooh, it's still got that same smell. Ooh. This one is super toxic smelling.
Wow. It's a big base.
It is one of the biggest, but not the biggest I've had. It's bigger than the Hush Batcave, I think, but not as big as Bane's. Definitely big.
Do you know what the overall weight is? I think Matt had asked that.
Oh man, I don't. I've got a scale in the other room. I mean, the figure itself is way heavier than the base.
Well, if you still have the shippers, we can just minus the cardboard weight. It's usually about 10 to 15 pounds just for the cardboard.
Yeah, it's crazy heavy, but this snow, I've been giving XM a little bit of a hard time with their snow effects, and this isn't necessarily any better, but it's a lot more sparkly. So it has that sheen to it.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Sebastian wants to know where is this going in the Batcave?
Right now it'll go over here on the side where I had them before.
Okay.
Most likely. But at the end of the day, I don't know 100% for sure where I'll keep him. More than likely, when I move into the next room, he'll go in that room. So this piece has a lot of those ice shards. One thing that I noticed, and it's on this one too, and it's happening on everybody's, where most of the ice shards are real blue, but the big one that sits up front, on most people's, it's turned a different color,
okay.
Which kind of bothered me at first. Now it doesn't bother me as much because it's like, you know, ice could be different colors depending on what's hitting it, you know?
Yeah.
But that is one thing I've noticed that this piece in particular has had an issue with.
So we think the clear resin is kind of like getting yellowish maybe or something?
Maybe. I'll show you whenever I get to the big one.
Okay.
What I'm talking about. So like this one's a great example. Like this is a really pretty blue. And it looks a lot nicer in person than it does here on camera.
It looks pretty good there too.
But it's a really nice, like a kind of an aquamarine blue.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly how they were able to achieve it unless they did something like on the inside of it as they sealed it. I'm not sure. But got to remember how this all goes together. I think like that. But I think it's this big one that has changed color the most. This is definitely real blue. Definitely got a lot of different ice shards to it, which goes on different little places. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where they all go. I think that one goes right there. Again, real blue, nice. It's got some nice snow effect to it, which is really nice.
Am I able to highlight comments on my end? No, right?
I can't remember. Did we make you admin?
I don't think so.
It might have just been Dan. I can't remember. Are you able to see him on your end?
From StreamYard, yes.
But not like off to the side, like on ours. Oh, can you click in? Can you click a name?
Well, that's what I was trying to do. No, it doesn't let me click on anything. All right, no big deal. I was just wondering.
Impulse Collecting says PCS is using box straps these days too. Again, it's just so much more convenient. You don't have to worry about the tape. And I feel like it holds it together better. That piece is nuts, Josh. It's nuts. Yeah, again, here's that. Now when you can see maybe the blue a little bit better, maybe. Again, it looks better in person.
It's got like the clear tips on it.
Yeah, it's real clear up top and kind of real aquamarine blue down below. It's definitely washed out on camera, but you get the idea.
Yeah, it looks good.
So this is the big one.
Oh, wow.
And it's just definitely lost the deepness of its color. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Why? It used to be bluer? Or?
It was this one right here was like this.
Wow.
Maybe not quite to this level, but it's definitely lost. It's lost some of the blue. So in person, it feels. I mean, you can definitely see a difference, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But...
it still looks great. It still looks like ice, but it definitely has a different look to it.
Yeah.
When you compare it next to the other. So that key's in right there. So when you look at it on camera, you can see it's blue.
Yeah.
It's just a little different. It's not bad, but it's something that I've noticed that just about everybody's had that same issue.
Yeah.
Chris, you should lift with your legs more. Gonna wear out that L5. Yeah, I've got a really bad back, so I'm really bad about doing that. So my lower back is shot. So I've got a couple more that I've got to put on when we get the other pieces, I believe, if I remember right.
That's interesting that it lost the color. Now I'm curious to go back and look at the production photos.
I don't know. So now what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have to send this to you right here.
So,
and
it just needs a little clear blue.
You make it blue again.
I'm going to look up the production photos. I want to see what it looks like.
All right. But if there's one person that I would trust with that, it's you, my friend.
Thank you.
If anybody doesn't know, Eric, plug your channel a little bit.
I am all things art on YouTube and do statue repairs, painting kits and a few other things if you check out the channel.
But what everybody has been super impressed with here lately is your repair jobs.
Okay, so I am looking at the production photos. And all the ice shards are one color. They don't look as blue as the smaller ones on the production pics. They look more of like a light blue, but they are all consistently the same color. That's really strange that it changed like that. So
and that's the thing is like I don't know if you'd be able to even get into this because like this is the bottom.
Let me come back to you. Yeah, I would probably just take a transparent, like acrylic blue and just spray it right over that. This way you don't lose the translucency of the clear resin.
Do you think that they like sprayed the inside of it with something, or do you feel like there's like
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how it lost its color. That's so strange.
Yeah, because again, like this, that's the way it used to look.
Yeah, that's weird. Huh.
But again, like I said, like the great thing about ice is it can look different depending on what's hitting it, But it's definitely noticeable.
And that happens to a lot of collectors, you said?
Just about everyone I've seen, it looks like this.
Huh. That's weird.
And my old one did as well. Which again is it's very strange.
That is very strange.
All right. So I love what he did. He actually was so thoughtful. He included feather dusters around the dome.
Oh, okay.
Which means the dome is intact, baby.
Oh, there it is.
There it is right there. Again, I don't know if I probably use the broken one. Again, just because I liked it. Oh boy, this guy is so big. Oh, he's so heavy.
Let's see what's going on in the comments here.
Again, it's absolutely massive and heavy.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how much this guy weighs. Whew. That is a workout. Like this is like an XM prototype. He's got the white beads all over him.
That's it's part of the snow effect.
I guess, yeah. It really comes with real snow. Not bad. I don't know if that's coming in clear for you guys or not, but again, cool portrait.
Yeah.
Again, this is the Arkahm Origins version of him. What are they saying? I hear you laughing.
I'm laughing at Brad's jokes.
Oh, Brad doesn't joke.
He said feather dusters sounds like the name of a gentleman's club in Nebraska.
Feather dusters.
Keegan wants to know, he ordered a statue from Secret Compass and one of the boxes got lost. Did you ever have that happen with the statue before?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had something get lost. I have had something get held by customs for a month.
Yeah.
Which was my bat bike.
Or sometimes if something comes in 2 boxes, sometimes one box disappears for a while.
Correct. And that's really frustrating and annoying because they're shipped the same day. You would think that they'd get to the same destination, but in my experience, they're usually a day or 2 apart. I mean, they're not super far apart. But make sure if you've ordered from Secret Compass, make sure you've let them know that you didn't. I mean, they should have provided tracking, so they should be able to keep track of that.
Yeah, Keegan, is it 1 box or 2 boxes? Also, I've had things show to where the tracking never updates, and then as soon as you call, say, UPS, all of a sudden it shows up in the system, and now all of a sudden it's en route and moving again. So
yeah,
sometimes you just have to call UPS or call Sideshow and have them look into it.
Specifically in the last like 8 months, that's been a big issue for me too, where it's like it says it's like in the warehouse ready to ship, and then it never does, but it's been like a week. Yep. I'm like, come on, like what's the hang up? And then they'll say, well, it's like it just hasn't updated on UPS's end. But I find that too. If you hit up customer service, then all of a sudden, wham, like something it actually starts moving.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta give them a little budge, and they'll investigate it.
Yeah. Here we have a one of the fists. Now this is the regular fist, and then the other hand is the hand that holds Nora.
Okay.
So he's just holding that plate with the snow.
Does she light up?
She does not.
Okay.
Nope, she does not. And again, this is the hand that I will be using. The original hand that I got, and this one's fine. The original hand I got a replacement hand because the magnet was really weak in it. Both of these are okay. This one's a little bit looser. This one's strong. You want this hand to be strong because it's holding that weight of the dome.
Yeah.
Speaking of the dome, or a dome, this is his freeze dome. Again, you can see how big it is.
Yeah.
It's big.
It's like a astronaut helmet.
Yeah, pretty much. And it keeps like that. It's even got like bubbles inside of the glass, which is
we got some half freezing going on. Everybody do a half shot.
Half freezing?
Yeah, you're ghosting a little bit as you move around.
No. Well, par for the course tonight, I guess. All right. Here is his really awesome backpack. You don't get to see this very often because he's hard to move.
Yeah.
No one's going to turn this guy around, but you can see like all the frost effect on the bottom. Kind of makes it look like you can see inside. It's got all the cool, like the actual valves.
That's cool.
So really neat effects. Again, something you never see it. And it's got hoses in the bottom. This fits on his back. The bad thing about setting him up here on the table, I'm going to take them all apart and move them over there.
Is he on a turntable right now?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a big piece.
Yeah.
He is truly a monster. He's also the piece my wife hates the most because his gun sticks out into the middle of the room. And then you have to dodge it when you walk in here.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion by Vane21. He said, make sure to put a little bit of museum putty under the Nora dome so it doesn't, knock over so easy.
That's a great idea. Got the ice fences there. You can see the ice effect dripping down. And this one has one of the shards on it, which is nice. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've had to do this. Let's see, that does fit, yeah. That's another ice shard back here.
I'm going to say yes, but I'll ask Chris anyway. Chris, do you have to take this apart to move it onto the shelf?
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's like, that's the bad thing. I'm going to have to take this apart to move it over there.
Question by Borg Cube.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
It would be pretty impressive if you could lift that all in one shot.
Again, bad back, not going to go well. So this one right here, this little one's doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit bluer, but it's not as blue as the others.
Yeah.
So either one thing, I mean, eventually it might all be like this. It all might just be this color.
Yeah.
Instead of the blue. I really don't know.
That is so strange.
So even like these two shards here, you can see that one's a little lighter than this one.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, I guess.
I think you answered this a few times, but Keegan would like to know what made you want to dive back into the Arkham line.
All right, great question. Again, I don't want to dive all the way back in, but for those of you just joining me, again, what I wanted to do was, when the original story was, this is going back a bit, but I had my whole Arkham line set up here, and they canceled the Ivy. They canceled the Ivy, the Arkham City Ivy. And so I had sold my Azrael to make room for her because I only had room for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only had room for 12. And so I sold my Azrael. Then they canceled Ivy. And so I started looking up the collection. I'm like, well, crap, now what? And then they announced the Killer Croc versus Batman from Prime 1. I thought everybody said it was going to be 1/3. I'm like, well, great. That means I don't need the 1/3 Croc here. That would be a great 1/3 Croc. It's more of the comic book style, which is what I'm collecting. So I decided, okay, since they're going to do him, I'm just going to wipe it all out. I only want to collect the comic book pieces. But then we found out the Croc is only 1/4. So after about a year, I decided, okay, well, now I want to get back some of those pieces that maybe they won't ever do in 3rd scale. Mr. Freeze being one. Maybe they'll never do a Scarecrow. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm hoping they do all these characters, but time will tell, really. So I wanted at least 1/3 scale represented in my collection from each villain. So that's why I got Scarecrow back. That's why I got Croc back. That's why I got Freeze back. And that's why I'm going to try to get Two-Face back because they have not done other versions. So somebody, I think Paul or somebody asked me about, or maybe it was who asked me earlier? Julie, I think, asked me about getting Joker back. Well, I've already got 3rd scale Jokers and I'm getting a whole bunch more. So I probably wouldn't go back to that Arkham Joker. I will, any character that they're not making in 3rd scale, I would consider getting back. So even the Arkham Knight, I would consider getting him back as well, because they probably will never do him in 3rd scale either. So I don't know. We'll see. I definitely don't want to go all in, but I'm going to kind of go partially back in. Here's my bazooka. Again, massive, massive gun. Would have been cool if this lit up maybe.
Yeah.
But it didn't. You can see his hand right there inside doing the controls. So this piece is actually quite kind of difficult to put on because you got to put the hose on too at the same time.
Anthony wants to know what something like this cost. Anthony, this retailed for about $1,400 for the exclusive. What it goes in the aftermarket, maybe Chris knows a little bit better. Is it more or less?
It really depends. I've seen it go for way more. I've seen it go for somewhat less. I can tell you with me at least, my seller sold it to me for retail.
Nice.
So I felt really lucky. So this, you have to kind of put it in together. It's got this hose, and the hose fits on the back of his tank. So you have to kind of finagle this as you go, as you put this on. I don't know if that's all the way in or not. Actually, it might be. Well, that one went in way easier than my old one did. Because again, you can see how far it sticks out.
Get a side profile. So we can... Right there. There you go. Stop. Yeah.
So from the back of the ice shard to the tip of his gun, you're looking at about 31 inches.
Wow.
So it's a pretty sizable piece, like I said. Let's see. That's just a shoulder piece that I'm putting on. There, a big shoulder piece. That goes there. Here is Nora. Just a very small plastic little piece. And she fits right in there. Like so.
It's looking good.
Looking good so far. And with all these little hoses and parts. This is the part where I remember being a bit time consuming.
Got Mr. X in the chat.
Hey, Mr. X, how's it going? I just unboxed last night your brand new XM Samurai. Awesome piece. Deja vu, the sensation of doing something you've done before. Yes, absolutely. But although this is, I believe, my first ever live unboxing, because back in those days I wasn't doing live unboxings. I was just doing unboxings and reviews. So,
and this one's going better. Nothing's broken.
Yeah, thank God, nothing's broken. Chris Porter in the house. Do you put it together on the table and then take it back apart? Yeah, I do. Again, glutton for punishment. Because I have to do this for their live unboxing, so it would look really bad if it was on the side of the room. So we'll see. I know I watched it from the bushes. Well, there you go. I hope you at least had a comfortable seat, and hopefully you put some anti-itch stuff on that today. I hope. Yeah, it's crazy, Namek. It's just massive. Massive. And again, there's all these little pieces, and these are all plastic. They go all over this thing. So yeah, Eric, I'm going to challenge you. I'm gonna hire you, I think, to maybe see if you can make that blue again. I don't know. Do you think it's doable?
I think so. I'm just really curious what happened to it in the first place. I wonder if you could reach out to Prime One and just ask them.
Because again, the color is on the inside of this.
So strange. Yeah.
It's on the inside. So I don't know. We could definitely see a difference. For sure.
Or like you said, it would be nice if they all were one consistent color, like if they all turned that color, but it's
Right.
just strange that only like 2 pieces turn that color. I don't know.
Right. And I mean, it still looks great, but it's like,
And
I feel like,
it has nothing to do with the size, because one of them's a small piece, one of them's a large piece.
yep.
It's nothing to do with it was in the sunlight. One's in the front, one's in the back. So
Yep.
they're both a little bit in the front, but
Yeah. But this one, I mean,
makes no sense.
it doesn't make any sense because it's almost like a greener color. But it's just very, very strange. And again, I still feel like this looks good, but I do feel like the blue pops it more.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can really see it right there, how much more it pops.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
It's odd.
Oh, let's see. I gotta remember how all these go. It's been a minute.
I think Brad's stuck on the idea that it has something to do with like a mood ring type vibe.
A mood ring?
So where if your mood isn't right, the colors aren't changing correctly.
That could be the case. You never know. All right. Man, I don't remember how these are supposed to go. I don't think those go anywhere.
Yeah. How secure is that Nora dome?
I mean, it just has like a crevice in the around. So I mean, if you don't want to knock into it.
There's a little panic in the chat that every time you spin the turntable, it might fall. So
yeah, I don't think. I mean, I feel like it's secure. I mean, the hand's secure, but I wouldn't want to mess with it too often. That's for sure.
What's the last piece I bought, Keegan? The last thing I purchased was actually the other day. I used my Sideshow reward points and I picked up the Jason Fabok Batman, but not the entire statue, just the bust.
It's a great bust too.
Yeah, for $150, you can't go wrong. So,
do you have it in already?
No, it says it's supposed to ship August to, I believe, January. So hopefully soon.
Hopefully you'll get it real quick here.
And then before that, the last thing I ordered that would be a full figure statue was the Prime 1 Jimenez Joker. The one that goes with Punch.
That's a great one.
Yeah, excited for that one.
This is the real entertaining part. Me not having a clue where to put these.
Did it come with the instruction sheet that tells you where everything goes, or no?
I think it did. Let me go grab that real quick.
Okay. Yeah, Theodore, I would love to get Punchline. If I had the room and I'm thinking about just picking her up because I know I might change my mind, I would definitely get Punchline. But I'm not sure if I would be able to display those two together as they take up a lot of room. I would probably have to split them up, unfortunately, if I did pick her up. Yeah, Danny Spencer brought up those Daniel Bell 3D renders today with the Joker. Those were incredible.
Man, they look so awesome. I was so impressed with that. Looks so good.
Yeah, it's always cool to see the ZBrush renders, and
And they look even better than
Yeah.
the statue. I mean,
I agree.
just you get to see more detail, which is really neat. All right, 4 pieces left.
Sebastian wants to know how I like the Bermejo Joker. I absolutely love the sculpt and everything about the Bermejo Joker. My only critique is it's not my favorite version of the Joker. I got him for an amazing price, basically the price you would pay for a quarter scale, so I couldn't pass up on the deal. And it was during a time where I wanted to transition into 1/3, and I just needed to see what 1/3 statues looked like in my room, and I thought it was a great opportunity to bring a 1/3 into my room and just get a feel for what it looked like in here. So that's why I picked up the Bermejo. But once the Jimenez Joker comes in, most likely be selling the Bermejo.
So
Fantastic piece, though.
the question is, though, have you been converted to a 3rd scale guy?
It's still in the works. I think my wife's at the point where she said, do whatever you want with your collection, but she does like my cabinets behind me. So I would have to figure out how that works. I don't think I could fit 1/3 in my cabinets. I might have to change them up a little bit. So these are IKEA packs behind me. They do make wider IKEA packs that would probably fit my spot. So that's another idea I'm toying with, is maybe going with the larger IKEA packs.
That'd be pretty awesome. They're hard to accommodate in a cabinet.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hardest part. I've got 2 pieces left. I'm doing pretty well.
Okay.
It's got to be one up here somewhere. There is a key.
Fat Boy Harley. I do have Cyborg. He's right next to Superman. They did not make Aquaman, so I have the movie version Aquaman.
All right, 1 piece left. I'm looking for holes.
Yeah, Theodore, that's basically what I'm doing right now. My display cabinets behind me are my quarter scale collection, and my 1/3 Jokers off to the side, and I do have space along the sides of my walls for other 1/3 if I decide to do that. So that is another option. Chris Porter would like some corn, Chris.
I have some corn. For sure.
You figured it out?
I think.
It sounds like you're screwing something in.
Yeah, that's what I just can't see the key. It's crazy because there's like multiple things going into multiple parts where you have to, you know, like this fits into that, and this hose fits into the arm guard, and then this piece fits into the arm guard and then down into the arm. So it's just like so much that's intricately put together. But Mr. Freeze is complete.
Nice.
Once again, back in the Batcave.
And ice.
Ice. Let's show you a little closer. Let me. Get rid of the glare, a little bit of the glare. There's Nora right there. A little bit of the gun. Again, he's just a massive, massive piece. And a massive base. All the little pieces of hardware that are attached to him. Even the base has like wires in it. Which is cool. Yeah, it's all sculpted.
Are those real?
No, they're sculpted.
Okay.
Again, 2 colors. So Eric's got his work cut out for him if he takes the challenge here.
Well, it's interesting now that you said you think the color's on the inside. So that's.
I mean, like, so. Whoa.
I mean, it would still be better than that. I would obviously have to spray from the outside. I can't get into the inside, but it should definitely improve it.
So the glitter effect, the snow effect's on the outside though. So I don't know if that would complicate things a lot.
Yeah, that could.
See, all the snow's on the outside, but the color's on the inside. But yeah, it would be nice if it was all blue again. And here's what the underside looks like for you.
Okay.
It's just all sealed up. That's why I thought, well, maybe they put like a color on the end of the key, like where this thing is, like where the magnet is. And they just like put like a blob of color. So then it makes it look like the whole thing is that color when the light hits it. I don't know.
No.
Is it, see how that's clear, but then if you rotate it, it looks blue?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it might be reflecting from the inside. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's on, like, it's like something at the base down here that's blue.
It's possible.
Because otherwise it looks clear. Yeah, like that's like completely clear right there, but then if you rotate it, it looks blue again.
Yeah.
So it's interesting the way they did it. That's why I just wonder if there's like a bunch of blue at the base somehow. I don't know. And then maybe the paint just faded on the inside somehow. I don't know.
You should reach out to them and ask.
Yeah, maybe if they, I don't know if, I mean, it's near impossible to get a response back from the creative team, but I might be able to, I do have a few sources that might be able to figure something else out. But anyway, again, there's the statue. Look at all the parts. It's crazy. And there's Nora. So it's definitely one of the coolest. I think one of the, certainly the biggest in the Arkahm line. It's not like the perfect freeze for me. Like it's not the perfect freeze design. I think Sideshow did a great job with their freeze. That's, more like what I would like to have in terms of this scale, but I'm happy to have him back.
I don't know. I think it kind of works. I kind of like this as like a 1/3 freeze. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can still tell who he is. But yeah, I'd love it to be a little bit more blue again. At least like that color. But still a cool statue.
I mean, in reality, is ice blue? Technically, it is just mostly clear, but
yeah,
it does look cool with the blue. So
yeah, I mean that's the color of ice right there.
Yeah,
so it is what it is, and again, maybe they'll all go that color over time.
Might have to leave it out in the sun. The Nora gives off a nice reflection, almost like she is lit up.
Yeah, it does. It really reflects the light nicely. Board Cube 1 of 2 says it looks great. It says Mr. Freeze looks amazing. Love him. Thank you very much. Nicholas Capoli looks great. Congrats on getting him back. Thank you. Is the dome around his head solid, Chris? Yeah, it's like a really hard plastic. I mean, like it feels like glass. I don't think it is. I think it's just a super thick plastic.
Oh, interesting. So his dome is plastic, but the Nora is glass.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, this is real glass. Brad Ladner, it's the best Mr. Freeze Arkham statue Prime one ever did. Yeah, that's good. That's a very good point. He's a big, beefy boy. Yes, he is, Josh. Such a cool figure. Yeah, it's something crazy big. I don't even want to guess, Mike. He's heavy. Eric, are you or Chris getting the Daniel Bell Dark Knight Returns premium format?
I know you are. I am not. I think it looks fantastic. It's also another for a quarter scale piece. That's a big piece. It takes up a lot of depth. The way that bolt shoots backwards. So
it is massive.
You've seen it in person. So
seeing it in person, like it is just it'll blow your mind. And that's my hesitation. I have not ordered it yet. I've got 800 in points, and so I'm like, okay, that's a free statue right there. That's fantastic. But at the same time, too, what do I pair it with? Because I've got like my samurai grouping. I'm going to have my sideshow grouping, but then that's going to be a standalone.
Yeah.
So where does that go? And it's going to take up a lot of room. But it is awesome looking.
And you've said it's not your favorite story. It's not your favorite version. So.
Not my favorite story, but yet I'm a glutton for punishment. And I'm probably going to buy it. And I'm gonna buy it without knowing where it's going to go. So I don't know, but it's a cool. It looked, seeing it in person is what sold it for me, because I wasn't going to get it prior. Now I did order Daniel Bell's Joker, however. Cannot wait for that one. Freeze is my favorite Batman villain. That's awesome, Chris. BSC, you getting the Killing Joke Joker? Yes, I did order that one. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night on Rogues Gallery Live too, because there is some controversy that has arisen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am getting the Arkham City Harley. We're kind of hoping. I know Brad's getting his. I'm getting mine.
Yep. There we go with the freeze. I think we're up to number 3. If I can finish the sentence, I believe Brad is going to do a live unboxing with Chris for the Arkham City Harley. Yeah, guys, we'll be talking about the Killing Joke bust tomorrow. There's a little bit of a controversy with the edition size on that one, so we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Did he fall asleep?
Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, like Eric said, Brad's going to do a live unboxing. Hopefully, Dan and I will also get it at the same time, and we're hoping to do a triple unboxing, which would be pretty awesome. And we also have somebody in the community that's doing a review. Hopefully they're going to send that to me tonight. So we'll see. So we should have a review up on the channel for that one as well. So I'm really excited.
A little controversy with that one too, with the eye.
Yeah. It's always one of those things where, like, even that prototype that I had of the unmasked Catwoman portrait.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it looked fine, but there's people that trashed it. Some people loved it. Like, it's just like in person, I thought it looked okay. And also, whenever you have a photo that's zoomed in like this close to everybody, to the naked eye, you don't notice it. It's like, so everybody freaks out. I didn't think it was that bad on that one. I don't think it's that bad on the Jester either. Because she's looking off to the side. So what most companies will do is they'll have the one eye looking, but then they'll have the one eye super over to give it that look like she's looking over to the side. And if you view it from certain angles, it looks bad. But if you look at optimal viewing angle, Jeff Delaney and Sideshow, it looks fine. So, it's just one of those things where I guess it is what it is.
I almost wanted to start a poll in the group just to get people's opinions, because XM goes for that, realism, and they add the blood vessels in the eye. And sometimes I wonder if, I don't know if that translates too well to statues, and maybe they should stop doing that. Or
I can see that.
Might have to be something I see in person. I don't know.
Yeah. Sebastian says, Chris, I think you should get the Dark Knight PF or Dark Knight Returns PF and get a CGC or print next to behind it. I mean, there's that great Sideshow print, so you just never know.
Yeah. I have that print now by Frank Miller.
Yes, you do. Signed by Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Better.
It's funny story with that one. I'll tell you that tomorrow night if you want.
Okay. Borky 1 of 2 says, do either of you know if the TW Aquaman will be available in, I'm assuming you're talking about Tweeterhead.
Yeah.
Tweeterhead Aquaman will be available in 4 scale. As of right now, I don't know. I think that's pretty much up to Sideshow. If Sideshow wants it quarter scale, I think that's what makes it happen, because they are in a partnership with Tweeterhead. So I guess time will tell. I don't have that information yet. It's not up for pre-order yet. But the one that I saw was 6 scale. Oh man, you got the statue back. That's dope. Thank you very much. Yeah, drink. Yep, there was a freeze. Killing Joke bust is such a great price. It is a good price, but again, the controversy. I'm not going to spoil it too much, Salad, but the controversy involves the ES. So we'll talk about that drama. We try to stay away from drama here on this channel, but we'll talk about a little bit of it tomorrow. I felt the same way with the Subway meatball sandwich. I wasn't sure until I saw it in person. Yeah, and they are delicious. They are delicious. That's my wife's go-to.
Well, Southwest sauce. It's good on that.
That's right. Oh, I love the Southwest sauce. Yeah, the ES is a lie. Brad's getting the Fabok. That's awesome. Cannot wait for that one. That one's looking great. Happy that you have Mr. Freeze back in the back cave. Nice. Thank you very much. Fatboy Harley, I don't really like the white cabinets, throws the room off. The great thing about the white is it lets you focus on the statues. I really love, my favorite displayer I think right now is like XM Store. I love their store, the way they've done it with the white. You know, they have some black and white combined, but they have a lot of white cabinets. They have a lot of white surface, because then it highlights the statue itself. Whereas I think a lot of times the black will take away from it or make everything look dark and dim. Yeah. So for me, doing a channel, I like it bright, because that way you can see the product. You can see what I'm trying to show you. But I do like black also. So it's just kind of difficult. Yeah, I think we'll talk about that tomorrow too, Colton, on the show. There's some great news from Warner Brothers today. Let's see. Ironic that you haven't completely froze on today's stream. I have actually 3 times, I think. Killing Joke. I can't wait to review this franchise of Joker. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. By far, the Arkham line was the best line. It was a fantastic line. I think it absolutely is one of the best of all time. That's what's for dinner, Brad. I actually love the white cabinets. That's what I have. Again, it's just personal taste. I mean, everybody kind of has their own thing.
Yeah, it's nice to have a combination of both, like you said. I think
it is, and
best of both worlds. So
my collection right now is clearly like, it is definitely. If you guys watched the video the other day, it's a jumbled mess. I'm still like kind of in this gray area. I don't know what to do with my cabinets. I still have black cabinets over here on this side. I've got white on this side. So I just don't really know quite what to do, but we'll see. I'm going to get the Prime 1 Batman versus Joker. Now I'm going to have more space. The thing, I'm going to have to build a shelf just for that. Like, that's the thing, is that's what kind of started this whole thing. Is that piece is so deep. It's just crazy. Brad says, just to be clear, not getting the... Oh, I thought you were getting the Harley. So you're just getting the Detective Comics 1000. I swore you thought... I swore you were getting Harley.
I could have sworn you said that a few times, though.
Yeah, I thought so. New Brick TN. BSC, if you knock that wall out, would you be losing wall space? Yes, and that's why I'm hesitant. Because if I put a big hole in this wall, it not only creates less wall space in this room, but it also creates a lot less wall space in the other room.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that diagram. It opens up the room, but like you said, you lose... I think you gain a little bit of wall space by doing it, but at the same time, you're losing...
I mean, that's
whatever you're knocking down. So you do gain a little bit, I think, out of all of it.
I would at least be losing one of these shelves that fit 4 third scales on it. So I would be losing basically a space for 8 third scales.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I'm getting an echo all of a sudden. I don't know why. That's really strange. So anyway, jeez. Let's see if I can hear it now.
You still hear it?
Yeah, I still hear it.
Right. I'll try to mute mine. I don't.
Okay, let me see if that. I don't hear it now. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Eric. I don't know what happened there. It's weird. it's the weird, like we could do an entire show and then just like the most random stuff starts happening. We haven't changed any settings. It's so weird. So nope on the Harley for Brad. Okay, so nope for Brad. Chris, you should build a large table space for dioramas, like a model train display. That'd be. I actually thought about doing something like that in the other room. Okay, Brad. So that's the one.
Back here.
That's the one. I don't hear it now.
Okay, I'm moving my mic. You could you remember that first idea you had where you were going to build like an island in the middle of the room? If you opened up the room, maybe you could still do something like that.
Yeah, I thought something like that. And what inspired me to do something like that was actually the other Prime One store. The Prime One has that, you know, like when you first come in, they have like those big circles, those big circle diorama, basically, where they just have them kind of like in a big circle. And that way you can kind of display a whole bunch of statues together. And I think that really looks good. And you can even tier it a little bit if you wanted to tier it. And that's kind of what my thinking was.
Yeah, you ever see Art's massive collection?
It's insane. Yeah, it's
the tiers in the middle. Yeah.
And that's really cool. And it's good and bad though, because I feel like it kind of limits you of what you can do, because his is the way he designed it. Like there's smaller spaces and larger spaces, so it kind of begs mixing quarter and third or life size together. So I don't know. Julia says, instead of just a door, how about an archway for an opening? I don't know. Like Dan sent me something today. He had like a actual just a regular door with like a full glass door. That you can open and close. But again, I think aesthetically that would look really nice. But then the door is going to swing out and block something on the other side. So then there'll always just be an open door. Some people have suggested like a pocket door. I could do a pocket door type situation where I can close it if the dogs are barking and then open and close it.
Like a secret, like the bookcase that flips open like a secret bookcase.
Kind of.
Well, I still think the ultimate idea that I've ever heard was somebody suggested putting a pole coming down the ceiling. I could see you doing intros where you slide down the pole and show up in there.
I'm gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fall. You'll see me flat. That'll be the end of me.
Good point.
But actually, I did think about this white door here, right here, the entrance into the cave. I actually did consider doing like a faux bookshelf on that, where I would actually just screw in, like a frame. And then put some like real light shelves and put a few fake things on it.
I think they sell them now. You don't even have to have somebody custom make them. I believe you can buy them already pre-built.
Oh, pre-made doors?
I believe no, it's where it looks like a bookshelf and it swings.
Right, but it's really a door though, right? So it's a pre.
I'm not sure how it opens. I forget if it swivels or if it slides, but yeah, they have them.
Okay, I'll look into that because that would actually be really neat.
Yeah.
So many Fabric Batmans don't know which one to get of the 3 announced. Here's what you do, Colton. You do what I did. You just order all 3. Actually, I've only ordered 2. I've ordered the Detective Comics 1000. I've ordered the Batman versus Joker. I have not ordered the one on the tower yet. I have ordered the Penguin that goes with him, but I'm still trying to figure out if I need it. The answer is probably yes. If you put the mic on your head centered, I think he's talking. He's talking about talking to you. If you put your mic on your head, there you go. Just like do a little door where Harley and Ivy are, so you don't miss the whole wall. And that's the thing. I mean, I think like originally when I talked to Dan when he was here, like we were talking about, I was thinking just like a doorway, but he was thinking more of like a 6-foot space, like a nice big opening. But again, that takes away a tremendous amount of wall space on both sides. Mm-hmm. I do like the idea of one big room, but I don't know. And like some people have said, like, make the 3 windows kind of like my set, design something with that's where I do all my unboxings. That's where I do this kind of stuff, kind of all on that set, and then make this just the collection room and make the other room a display still too, but set it up more for YouTube. So I don't know. It'd be cool if they made a death metal Batman, or do they make one already? They are making one actually. Death metal Batman, death metal Superman, and death metal Wonder Woman, all in 1/3 scale, and also death metal Devastator. Rock, I can draw your. don't know if you're talking to me or not, or somebody else named Rock, but I've actually had 2 other people that are sending me, like I showed you the schematic, and he's going to send me a deal where I actually give him actual measurements. He's an architect.
Nice.
So it's kind of exciting because maybe he can come up with something really cool that I didn't think about.
Yeah, and if he has the measurements and he knows the math, you can actually see how much room you're actually going to lose by doing that.
Yeah, you could probably do both. I like the archway design, so you get it open, but don't lose all the wall space. What does an archway do that's a door? I mean, what's the difference between an archway and a door?
I don't know.
Or just there's no door. I mean, it's just literally just a hole. I think that's what they're saying. Maybe, I don't know. New brick, that's a cool idea. Nice and cool to know. So anyway, I think this is the comment of the night right here. I pictured Chris on a pole before.
I was waiting for that one. Yeah.
I know you have, Brad. I'll send you pictures. You don't have to imagine anymore. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I want to thank everybody that's currently watching. Thanks everybody that's tuned into this video. Again, this is a very cool piece to add back in the collection. It is not something that I was expecting to add back, but I just felt like I needed Freeze back. I needed some of these bigger pieces back. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure where I'll put them. I'll probably put them over here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them next to Azrael. I don't know. Huntress is one of those pieces where I could take it or leave it. I don't want to ship her if I sold her because of her head. Like her head's so breakable. So just don't put them on the floor. That's all. Yeah, no more floor pieces. I think I've got everything else off the floor now, so that's good. I actually got a whole bunch of stuff out of here yesterday. I just don't have enough hours in the day to do everything, and that's the problem. Is if I took a week off from my channel, I could probably get a whole lot of crap done. But anyway, we'll see. Anyway, tomorrow night, Rogues Gallery Live, guys. You're not going to want to miss the show. We got a lot of photos to look at because we didn't do them last show because of our auction. So we got a lot to talk about. We've got some hot button topics to discuss as well in the community. So we'll talk about a few of those. And again, please join us 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're not going to want to miss it. Eric and I will be there, Dan and Jeff, and we'll have a great time. And probably start promoting the crap out of episode number 100, which is coming up here real soon. Mm-hmm. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you would do me a favor, please hit the like button on your way out. That really helps us out tremendously. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Rogues Gallery Live. Good night, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Have a great one. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Eric, thanks for being here.